Bryce Young is the best player in the nation according to Brian Kelly, but how do you game plan to stop such a talented player? Bryce Young had a jump start in his career early on by winning the Heisman in his first year, and that speaks volumes about Alabama as he was the second straight player to win the Heisman. They go on to the national championship, and sure, they lose to Georgia. However, he learned some valuable lessons from that experience. He also learned a lot from the Mannings this offseason. I caught up with him at the Manning Passing Academy where I got to pick his brain a little bit about that Heisman year and what he learned alongside Coach Nick Saban.
Bryce, how would you describe the impact of Coach Nick Saban on your playing career?
I mean, Coach Saban's the GOAT. I mean, you learn. I've sat down and had conversations on a bus ride with him to the movies and felt like I learned so much walking out. I mean, Coach Saban, just his consistency, his view on how to be successful, and then obviously with seeing the success he's had. I mean, I've learned so much from him. I can't even really put it into words all the things, but just his mentality, his approach, all the things he does, and even when you don't get it at first. Looking back on it now that I'm a little older and able to reflect and see it play out on some other guys, him being able to put the team first and doing what's best for the team, it's there's so much that's rubbed off on me from Coach.
Has he given you any advice along the Heisman winning season about different ways, different things to fix along the way?
Yeah, I think he gave me a really good outlook, something that I was thinking as well, but a really good outlook of being able to enjoy winning an award that prestigious and being happy about it, but also knowing that it doesn't entitle you to anything, and knowing that it's something that celebrates the past, but it's not indicative of anything. Making sure that I'm humble and making sure that I'm in the same, have the same approach and even a better approach to what I do day in and day out. And that was something he immediately had told me. So again, to have someone to be able to, he's been there. He's obviously had other Heisman winners. So just to have that wisdom, that calmness and presence of mind to, even in the moment, be able to be happy for me and celebrate, but also make sure I'm grounded. Just one of the many things I've learned from Coach.
Coach Saban deserves some credit where credit is due, as he has helped ground some of the biggest and best players in college football. It takes a lot to be able to take someone at that altitude, at that stardom, at that level of their career, and be able to kind of humble them and keep them in the moment and hemmed in. I spoke with Nick Saban about how you're able to get into the athlete's mind, how you're able to calm them down and help them seize that moment that they've been chasing.
Well, I think that I don't care who the player is or what position he plays, that players have to understand they're only as good as their last play, and have consistency in performance is critical to success. And if you're going to create value for yourself, you have to look forward, not backward. So what do I need to do to improve? What can I improve on? How can I play better? Because that's what you're going to get judged on, is how you play right now. And that's what we always try to tell all of our players.
The theme in the LSU locker room this week has been doing your part and focusing on the little things. I talked to Mekhi Garner and Mekhi Wingo, who gave me some good advice on what they're looking forward to. Against Alabama, sure, they're going to play a great offense. They're very explosive, and they've been scoring in bunches all year. However, they know that they can stop this offense from being efficient if they get Bryce Young off his spot and capitalize in a few areas. LSU has great depth at that defensive line position, and Coach Brian Kelly has said to us that he has found a way to schematically integrate Harold Perkins and B.J. Ojulari in the same base set. Normally they were in special packages on fourth down, third and short, what have you. Now, these two guys can be on the field at the same time rushing Bryce Young. Both speed rushers, both talented. The reason why we didn't see much of Harold Perkins in the beginning of the year is because it's just hard to take B.J. off the field. Now that we don't have to, the Tigers' defensive line has gotten that much more scary. How's it going, Mekhi? How do you plan to defend a mobile quarterback such as Bryce Young?
Just doing the small things, just pressing the pocket, I would say making sure he's not back there just sitting on his spot, getting to his first read. We want to get him moving a little bit, flush him and get him outside of the pocket.
Do you believe that this will be the toughest test yet that y'all face? Alabama's averaging, 43 points per game, almost 500 yards total.
Yeah, definitely, just because of the magnitude of the game. They're going to get our best, and we're going to get theirs. So, it's going to be a pretty big game for us, tough test.
And how's the mindset entering a game like this? It's one of the larger games of the week. How are you going to, scale it down and keep focused?
We're just taking it day by day. It's all about the preparation, It's a trend for us. When we practice well, we win games. And we've been having a great week of practice so far. So if we continue on this, I think we'll be fine.
Do you feel like at this point in the season, after two huge games, that a bye week would hurt the momentum, or how do you feel about that?
No, I say it give us motivation and why we should keep going, especially what we got ahead of us.
And what is the mindset going to be like entering this game on Saturday? It's one of the most explosive offenses in the country, but, it's not the worst test all season.
It's just another game for us, The stakes are just a little higher this week.
Sure, Bryce Young might not even play his best because of that lingering shoulder injury. He might not be back to 100%, but coming off of a bye week, this is probably the freshest he's been since that injury against Arkansas. I think that offensive line for Alabama is probably going to get their toughest test yet. However, we'll see how they respond. I think that LSU is putting themselves in the right position to succeed, and they're finding some things out in the scheme along the way. This will be a very beneficial moment for the Tigers as they'll learn a lot from this game. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss another upload. Follow us on social medias, linked in bio. Thanks for watching. This has been the Verdin Verdict.